change the song because they'll be like, oh shit, that shit sounds like I'm dope, nigga. And then once once you do something like that, oh, we're shutting you down because shit, and it's just like whatever, fuck you. Yeah, I can't even. Damn, I can't even like play a certain song like from a movie or something. I got like the only songs that really work are like video game music and shit. And that's why you hear a lot of video game music lately. I have to because it's the only way I can get background in this shit. Or some song from like the YouTube channel that I don't necessarily. I have to make an outfit like this, like short shorts and a jacket. Not a jacket, it's a sweater. Sweater. That's like, oh shit, funny story. Like it's not even a real story, but I found out that sweater translates really really well when I was watching Cuphead, and it was an episode when Cuphead has the invisible sweater, and when he had the invisible sweater, yeah, oh, when he had the invisible sweater, and then like you start to, because I will play it for my interim grandkids. I'll let them watch it, just because like I want to show them that, and then I wish they understood, but their mindsets don't like they're not as in depth as like per se like my mindset was when I was a kid. But yeah, I try to show them that they kind of play off each other like Cuphead and Mugman, and so I'll play it in Spanish, and I would listen, I would like listen with the translator, and at one point like the devil of all people, like he said sweater. Underneath all that Spanish, he was saying blah 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 sweater, and I was just like, wait, what? Wait, a sweater translates to sweater? Wow, that's pretty funny. Like of all things to say in Spanish, like it's a sweater. It's so funny. Never even real. Never. I mean, I've heard them like say it to me, like say it around me, but I figured it would just be nice to just say it around me. God, wait, what is this? Is it okay? All this is just like the fetish games. Basically, okay, yeah. High school. Wait, what the fuck? Okay. This is like basically it's like one of those Japanese fetish videos where you play like the games and they dress like sexy Japanese school sporting girls and stuff like that. It's kind of weird. It's called Cyber Japan Dancers. If you guys ever wanna, they're probably a group, and I don't know. That's what happens when I look in. Oh, Mina. When you look into like Japanese stuff, like Stardom, you get caught up with all that shit. And I know also too, especially with the genres, with when I watch Jim Cornette videos, because he covers a lot of like. He doesn't cover a lot of it, but he covers those Japanese fetish applications that they sometimes be popping up, and you start like watching those type of videos, and you start watching like the Cornette review videos, and you start watching like videos like Stardom, and then you start watching some vloggers like the Joshi wrestlers that vlog. You start watching them because you're in support, and you start like you go on your main page and you start getting caught up in some of the most wildest shit. And especially if like you hover over something purposely or accidentally. Yeah, I see another one of these videos. Purposely or accidentally, you hover over the videos, like it counts as like you watching or you viewing, and then like they'll link you to like more videos as you scroll. I'm just trying to like look for beats. I'm sitting there like, what am I looking for? Like, oh shit, I'm looking for beats. See, shit. Oh, because I scrolled. Actually, no, yeah, because I preview the video. When you preview videos, they fucking count it. I'm like, fuck. The only way you can get rid of stuff like that, if it help make sure, you can do two things. You can reset your whole shit, and then start clicking into your favorites again, or you can find them, delete them, and then like not interested. They ask you, well, why are you canceling this video? Try not to say it's offensive, because like it does damage their reputations, which is what they're going off. They're going off a reputation of like, okay, somebody that likes the shit that you like also viewed this, you know. And by saying that it's offensive, like it ruins their reputation. And then plus, it could also ruin your reputation too if you're one of those that just kind of like shame everything. And yeah, it definitely ruins your reputation. So just be careful what you do on the internet, because that does get monitored. Whether you think so, whether you think it does or not, it does get monitored. Talking to someone that got canceled from Twitter twice for saying something that's non-offensive, and it got taken as offense. And I can't even fight my case because I'm fighting against robots. And when you fight your case against robots, because your case is so small, your best bet is just to start another account. I'm like, nah, it's not gonna fit. Thinking about what I want to discuss today. I was just thinking about like just kind of like territory and kind of what we like as a whole and what we like as a section, and basically how that kind of dictates how we live. And it's funny thinking about it, because a lot of normal people, like a lot of normal traditionalists, a lot of them watch televised programs, stuff you see on the TV, because that's how they grew up, that's what they know. So then when they see a lot of things happening, a lot of things that are hip, you don't really get into it, because you know they don't know it, they don't want to try it unless they know somebody else has tried it or liked it, and then they'll like get into it because it's somebody else they know like it. And that's how some people navigate. People like myself, I know what I like, I know what I want. I try to, as far as like the YouTube, I try not to follow too many channels, because there's like 1,000 channels. I don't want to say millions, but there's 1,000 channels I can follow based off of like what I like, what I liked in the past, and then certainly things that are trending, I can like that. And I could also follow things that I admire, you know, and I do follow certain, well, I'll say women, mostly it's women. Women I do admire for their beauty, mostly their beauty, or their body of work, because I do follow Elkie the Stallion. Shout out Elkie the Stallion. But yeah, like I try not to follow too many women, because then I will have a flood of videos like of women showing off their body, a certain asset of their body, and it will become a thing where like they'll just like pop up on my home screen. My woman can take this burner phone, because I have my YouTube connected, mostly for my Jim Cornettes and my Breakfast Club and my Vlad TVs. I like my Vlad TVs. That's usually what I kind of like, because a lot of it is kind of like talk of like what we kind of going into in the future, and I kind of think about it, because we're also talking from a perspective of like, can I respect these guys, because they could be talking to a certain group of people like myself that like believe the same thing. Yeah. But then there's a bunch of other people that don't see it that way, because they're they live these lives where like basically like as long as they don't worry about so many things that's going on as a whole, as a society, as a country, a city, state, they just worry about themselves and like their family, just a little bit of things. All that other outside stuff don't affect them. And a lot of times, like we find ourselves with media, especially with YouTube, following, subscribing to the stuff that we enjoy, which could consist of like short spurts, like a lot of shorts, a lot of TikTok like videos, a lot of or things that kind of relate to TikTok, like TikTok compilations, and you'll see like a bunch of like favorites and one giant video. They might get into that, and then like they might follow some like artists. They're just treating it like MySpace. Like I feel like there's like these spurts of like whatever, like me, and it's just creating this energy. This shit sucks because I do need the dentist, but I told myself if I'm getting a dental plan, so is my daughter, but until they do the right thing, I can't do that for my daughter, so I'm not gonna do that because I can get a dental plan for myself, but it'll be a lot easier to get a dental plan as a group because the more we put into insurance, easier it is on your costs because you put a little bit more into yourself than you do into because you still put more because you're paying like for two people, but you're not paying that extra that you would for yourself. That's how they do it. They do it in dividends. That's why big families like you pay a large sum. You pay for like 4 selfies, but then like you realize like you don't put in as much, and sometimes you might even get it like $1 or something like that. There's $1 extra that you give versus like the $12 extra you give for yourself. And so so I'm gonna have to deal with this tooth pain, and I just continue trying my best to brush my teeth, especially man, a country that loves soda, Coca-Cola, candy, junk food. But followers, subscribers, and so we find ourselves feeding ourselves information, and we feed ourselves information based off of like all the stuff that we like view on our YouTubes, and even not just on YouTube. Like you can do the same things for your Facebook if you're big on Facebook. I don't know how much you're feeding yourself when you do the TikTok. Some people might like that buffet shit. That's what I kind of call it, is buffet shit. And I just think about it. I hope I have my last buffet. Like I love the taste of all those chickens. Like, sesame chicken, orange chicken, teriyaki chicken. That's basically all they had. Then they had beef, but my beef and broccoli. But I'm sitting there thinking about it. Like, I ate all that food, and I'm like, I feel like I'm gonna die. But I know I'm not gonna like die like in recent times, knock on wood. But I just really put a lot of strain and stress on my heart. I felt it the next day, like my heart was and then like I got to like points where I felt when that heart attack kind of happened. I don't want to say it was I don't want to acknowledge it. Yeah, it was a heart attack, but that's what it felt like for me when I was just minding my business, listening to something on YouTube. Wasn't really thinking about my daughter at the time. I wasn't depressed or sad or anything, but I was just kind of normal day, chill, relaxed. I guess I wasn't taking like deep breaths either. Like sometimes I would just get lazy in my breaths. Sometimes like I have to like remind myself that I need to stop and just take a deep breath, because the one thing we do lack And the one thing we do take advantage of is oxygen. And then sometimes we don't get enough oxygen, like shit like that can happen to your heart. And so that day when I'm like, oh shit, is it time, God? Are you gonna take me? Yeah, I was like, holy shit! Like I was literally sitting right here, and I'm like, oh shit! I stood up, and oh shit, grabbed my heart because I'm sitting there like, I don't remember what I ate that morning. I know I had some coffee. That's about it. I had to think about what I had last night. I think it was like pancakes. I don't remember. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I just felt like spiritually something bad happened on the other side, and I don't know. And it really like affected me like bad. Like, oh shit, because something had happened. But yeah, like and what was crazy too was like around that time too, DMX died. That really hit me the heart. That I still never forget that I was crying on stream. I was crying on live playing DMX videos. I got canned, but still, like like that really broke me. That broke me, like as a man, because it just really hit like that chorus. Like I'm ready to meet him. Why live in name white? White hate black, black hate white. But still, shit, I forgot. Damn, I forgot the words because I haven't heard that song in a while. But yeah, I'm just sitting there crying because I could recall like being in my car, like sitting there, like what's next for me? And this was right when I was homeless, like homeless. I lost a girl. I lost my business. Like, practically lost my business. Lost funds. Like I got some dinky job. Actually, I didn't even have a job. I was just stuck. I was stuck in the streets. I was trying to figure out what to do. And then I ended up picking up this job, but it was only temporary. And then I ended up continuing with that job, but it was only like 2 days a month. I'm like, fuck, what the fuck am I supposed to do? Still homeless. Sitting there listening to DMX. Man, I wish I had a dog. Shit like that. And I'm still, like I said, I'm still thankful for my homie. Like, he really came through a lot that year. Like, when it just seemed like people didn't want to hang out with me because I was homeless. Like, oh, now you're homeless, man. Now you want to hang out. You want to be a bum. You want to try to lounge with me. You want to try to kick it with me and things like that. And I'm just like, no, I just could use some friends right now. I'm hurting. Yeah, just listening to DMX, like that really, it really broke me down. Like, it really did. Damn, I didn't put no beats on. But, and then just, that's another thing too, just like growing up, like listening to DMX, just kind of like finding the words to really inspire. And just feeding it so much love and so much struggle and pain. It really helped me out a lot throughout. Some Tupac too, but there are certain songs I like with Tupac, like A Day at a Time. He was talking about, sometimes it's hard to wake up in the morning mind full of demons. I don't want to hear them anymore. Like, oof, man, like I almost cried. Like, that's how I felt. And what's crazy is that like what finally led me to like it's like all my life was built for the moment where I finally understood life. Like I finally, and whatever I do with my life it's not gonna matter. It's not gonna matter because The only one I know. Crap, I don't even know. Wait a minute. I can't hear you. Bueno? No, gracias. No, 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 mucho dinero. Muchas gracias. Buenos días. Fucking live, bitch. Oh shit, I almost knocked that coffee over. Basically, it was a bunch of blabbering. So, with a bunch of blabbering, I knew that they were advertising a service. I picked up a few words like servicio. Yeah, okay, yeah, I know it's about a service. Um, there's only one person I know for a fact, like 100%. I already know one person for a fact I can call this burner phone, like actually call, not through WhatsApp, and that's Myrena. She's the only one that can call my phone because that phone line is linked to each other. She can call me, I can't call her. And so, and I recognize the ringtone because I think the webcam calls or the phone calls on WhatsApp is a tad bit different than that ringtone. That because that ringtone I know for a fact that like, oh, okay, because I get those when my Uber rides, when she'll call me and she'll be like, "Hey Paso," and yeah, so yeah. And then I knew just kind of like, yeah, I don't have the money. Just try to say, yeah, I don't have money. But and it's funny because I'm sitting there and I'm looking at a children's book, like educational books now, and I'm sitting there reading, and this just a children's book is actually not that hard at all. I'll let y'all come with me because I need. Oh, it smells good in here. Que rico, que rico, suave. Oh man. Let's see what I'm gonna do. But yeah. Wait a minute. I'm lost in thought. Yep. It's raining. It's raining. The birds are singing. I keep bringing great attention to myself for no reason. No reason. If you play with it more than 2 times, you're playing with yourself. Ah, that's my bones. Oof. I feel great relief though, I'll tell you that. I'll do my stretching as shit. I knew I was gonna forget that. Motherfucker. Front door. Damn, it smells good in here. When you're in a position where you're just kind of by yourself and you don't really give a shit about anything like that, you just get to a point where you're just like, I'm just gonna pee in the shower, whatever. And then like you run the shower water because it's cold anyway. So, damn, I wish I had a snack. But that's another problem of mine. I need to stop with these snacks. Snacks is what's really fucking me up. And he keeps bringing me coffee just to come in here and eat. He didn't have to bring me coffee, just ask. But you being a good guy, that's cool. But yeah, now I just kind of think about him and like, I do the best I can. Hey, you want to use a shower? Go ahead. You want to, you want to cook? I'll let you cook. I don't let him sleep. I don't do that. Just because last time I did for a stranger, for one, the nights were stressful. Like, he would do this thing where he would scratch my I had a chair at the time. I didn't have the sofa. I had a chair. So he was scratching my chair. I mean, I still have it. It's in the other room, but he scratched it. So all night long, there would just be periods of, all I hear is excuse me. And I'm just like, oh, this guy's gonna kill me. He's gonna like take me out while I'm sleeping. Let me just stay awake, stay dangerous. And then what's worse, he would try so hard to get me to spend. It was just like the devil knew that like I had the perfect plan for my daughter, and he totally brought him in my life and caused me to. Because I'm not gonna lie, like I know, I know when I met up with AB because I had the stimulus and I had plenty of money. So I know no, I went a little overboard. And I was like, oh, I mean, just a little over. I mean, I'm not as spent, so I can just chill. I can just chill for the month, and then I'll have money left. So yeah, and then maybe it wasn't God sent, but that day in IHOP, oh man, I don't know if it was the weed we were smoking or like, I don't know, that playlist was feeling fresh. But I've never in my life have I ever been to an IHOP and the music playlist, which is what I tell you originally, like when you just get influenced by the media, the media playlist that they were playing on their radio, it man, it really told us we need to make love. We need to have sexual relations. We need to have sexual intercourse. Like there was just nothing like Marvin Gaye. I can't remember that playlist, but every song was about like making love. Let's get it on. I want you. Man, it was just the playlist was just like telling us, man, we need to do it. Like we needed each other, and yeah, we did. Oh man, that was a great night. It still bothers me that like the universe can't keep us together. But I had a little bit of money left, so I'm like, yeah, I put this away. I should be fine. But no, I'm out with this nomad and fucking kept trying his hardest to get me to spend my money. And I was just like, even to the point where I'm like, look, I'm gonna tell you right now, we shouldn't go to the red light district area. We shouldn't go because it's just such a high influence of like, And especially during the day, like, you know, we're kicking it, and like these women have all the time in the world. Like, when these women have all the time in the world, you just sitting there, and then like you just drinking. Obviously, oh, I didn't bring enough money. I'm like, really? We're doing this now? And then I knew this was gonna happen to me. This girl, obviously told me this sob story. They always like, because a lot of these women come from like sob places, so like for them to tell you a sob story, it's normal. And then, you know, for especially if you find a sensitive guy, you know, it's our job to please you in some way. I knew this was gonna happen, so I'm like, ugh, we'll at least do the bare minimum. And so we did. And I think he had to end up spending money. Good for him, because he made me spend a lot of money. I was not happy. I spent more money than like I wanted to, and I was just like, yeah. And it's crazy because when I didn't have money, that's when he was gone. Anyways, was fine. Oh, when he had the money, finally, he was gone. And I'm just like, damn, that was a dirty trick. And that's what caused me to like not have nothing. I'm like, it's like I'm not destined to have like a lot of money, because every time I do, because especially when I know how to maneuver it, and I know how to move it to make it better and better and better, I can't do it. Because someone's always like doing something to foil that plan. Damn, I'm gonna have to keep going back. I'm picking up something. That's why, like, I always learn my lessons through my mistakes. And then I always tell myself, when I have money, I'm gonna make sure I know how to spend it, because I just can't keep it. I knew this. That's why I said, like, I have to formulate a plan so we can make sure she's secure for the future. Because once I'm gone, there's nothing I can do about her. There's nothing. I mean, she would have a certain amount of money, possibly, but if she has that money too prematurely, where she can't necessarily touch her money, like, they will burn through that like nothing, because they will spend it on nothing. When you can take that money and you can spend it towards her future, so she can make more money, and she can be able to spread the load when needed, instead of having to work harder for it. Like, people think, oh, I'm gonna get a fortune, and then I'm gonna invest in my future. When they get a fortune, they don't know how to spend it, and then they realize they're spent, and then the minute they're spent, that's it. Now it's back to the drawing boards all over again. And that's why I thought, man, if I go to Afghanistan, this is my once in a lifetime opportunity. And honestly, like, that was the most stressful period of my life. Yeah, that was a real stressful period. As I reach out, yeah, it's not working, so I'm just gonna like pick another game, something like that. Now it's working, but I like it when it like loops forever. But I guess because Danhausen would have failed. He would have failed experiment. Like I said, Twitter, like, he should have done more movies. I should will produce a movie, a movie star, and do like quirky, weird movies. Same with War Horse. You'll be better as a movie star. I even do like Wars versus Kosciuszko Okada in the movie. Like, oh, I'm take on the world champion. Wait, shit, I'm getting to here. Yeah, it's funny when he would make us play these pinball games. I got into Ghost Rider. I'm like, damn, this actually sounds badass. The universe really did set me up. But that's the whole idea of a multiverse, is because when you cross different universes, it shapeshifts people's destiny. And then we're basically bobbing and weaving, and so that's why you need to find those that's going to influence you to figure out what the Bible is trying to say. And that's because a lot of because I'm pretty sure I can like find stuff like through media that can relate to the Bible, but at the same time, I also have to understand that like by quoting the Bible, I'm telling people to look into other people's lives and compare the two, especially when you're like centuries, millennia apart. How can you compare your lifestyle to a lifestyle that's of a millennia ago? And the answer is plain and simple, because nothing's really changed except for the evolution of productivity. That's the only thing that really changed. The people remain the same. There's still Hitlers out there. There's still Genghis Khans out there. There's still plenty of that stuff. It's just, and I'm just citing people in history. And it's still David versus Goliath. Like, we don't even know how tall Goliath really is. We only can compare it to like a point of view, because at that point in time, they may have never seen a giant that huge. And so yeah, he's bigger than mountains. In reality, he's only like 9'6". But he was too tall to see a rock coming out his head. But the beautiful people. But once you realize that like a lot of what we collect and a lot of what we have, we take for ourselves, means much of nothing. When you have to defend yourself, you have to defend your terrain, you have to defend your money, you have to defend your prizes, you have to defend your children, you have to defend all these things that you possess. You have to defend all of that. And once it's gone, what's left? The rest of what you possess. And then once you're gone, guess what's going to happen to your stuff? You know, treasurement. Right? I wouldn't want it. I enjoy all this stuff, but, you know, I want it to go to its rightful place, but if it doesn't, then so be it. It's not my choice once I'm dead. Once I'm dead, whatever happens, happens. Because that's life. I'm not going to take all this stuff with me. Championship belts. It seems nice, you know, feeling like a champion. Oh, I'm a champion. But in the end, it's not gonna come with me. So that's why I cherish. Oh wow, it might rain. I cherish the stuff that we have. I cherish the stuff that I have. I cherished them for a long time. I never really try to trash it. Even presents that remind me of my exes, any of them. because she bought me that, she bought me that, she bought me this and that. Who cares? Because in the end, like, they're a part of my story. The main exes of mine, and they know they're a part of my story. All of them are. Even some of the women in my life are a part of my story. Or they're part of my story in a negative light, but you're still a part of my story. Honestly, that's why I enjoy the stuff that I enjoy, because it's simple, it's plain, it's maneuverable. Like once I get rid of my storage unit, hopefully I'll have stuff that I can carry. Like, I actually was inspired by Heat, about being able to take everything that you own or possess and just move it wherever you need to move it. And if it becomes a problem, you gotta let certain stuff go. Even though his example was more geared towards a woman, same thing. Like, if you gotta pick up and leave and she ain't trying to leave with you within those 15 minutes when the heat is on, let her go. It's just a shame. It's just a shame that we got into this period of time in our lives where, like, we have more enemies than we do friends. I even try to help my enemies. I don't know why. They're my enemies. But I tried. All of them. At some point or another. I'm just waiting for my future enemy to turn / rival. That's gonna be the most important rival of my life. The one that looks like me, bleeds like me, draws blood like me. Probably has my blood type. I think she does. She's practically me. And unfortunately, she has to be my enemy. That's what society dictates for us. Unless she remembers. And she's not influenced. Then there is hope. But we shall see, shall we? There's no security, so you're always welcome here, always welcome back, invited or not. long as this place is on the roof, yeah, you'll be alright. Choice is yours, though. But you'll learn everything. And you can determine it from there. My little raven. Fly. Well, that's a good material for the tube. I'd like to thank those that eventually watch this video. I don't do this to be live. I don't care to be live. I just want to create content, and I appreciate anybody that watches. I might not even be your cup of tea. It's fine. I'm still the same old me, no matter what. I'm still the same old Black Moses from the block. Ain't nothing really changed. It's just that I won't evolve over time because society tells me to change now. Or because they tell me to jump off a cliff. I'm not going to just do it. Like buffalo. I learned that the buffaloes push each other off the cliff, not knowing that they're going to fall to their death. But that's how society wants to treat each other. They want to treat each other like, we can just go wherever and we'll be fine, even though you can't just jump off a cliff and expect to survive. That's just science, really. Something about gravity, this high, this low, yeah, you're dead. So, yeah, you definitely need to start rethinking our strategies, especially if we're sitting back wondering, like, what the fuck is happening? Yeah, I'll tell you what's happening. Your society is what's happening. Your society is being gentrified. You're being kicked out of your hood, for being a minority. They're trying to make you compress. They're trying to make you like sardines because it's such a normal Hispanic thing to do, to like have everybody in the same household, that now it's starting to transition into blacks, where like now the black families are like all kind of conjointing together. They even want me to conjoin. I'm like, no. Yeah, right. Well, that's a step backwards. Why would I want to show my nephew his destiny? That's not my job. That's his sister's job. Because he's already on his way. You don't need me to coach him. He has his father for that. He's been through it too. But that's what families want. And then they'll talk about camaraderie, which I never had that. No. It wasn't a complete cohesive unit until before my little sister was born, because once my sister was born, they were already teenagers, so they was already having issues with respective parent. So we wasn't all completely cohesive, because if we were cohesive, my brother would have never left. Being that my brother left, my sister took all the older sibling responsibilities. That didn't really sit right with her, so that wasn't cohesive enough either. And so they promote this whole cohesive unit, and I heard that it wasn't just for my family, but with other families as well. Like they, oh yeah, come back, we all gonna be together. And then I heard they chased my homie out. So why would I want to go through that again? Especially knowing that I'm in the situation I'm in. Y'all sit there, y'all dime me out, because y'all want to sit there and use y'all social media like, oh yeah, we're all a family again. So you'll dime me out, make me out to be someone that copped out. And I'm like, no. So why would I sabotage myself just to go somewhere that I already know is going to be a bad influence on my nephew? Why? I'd rather just let him fall into that shadow. It's not that far. It's not that far from being me. And I promise it won't be my fault either, because there'll be no influence, no nada. And so, I rather get to support from those that I build support with from scratch, because organic support is fairly loyal, fairly. Support that comes in and out isn't as good, isn't as supportive as you want. And then to go to therapy, like, oh, let's go to therapy. Like, that's the secret of all of this. This is the secret of why everybody's acting weird. They went to therapy. Am I gonna go inside some chamber or something? Are you gonna inject me with some fucking drug serum that's gonna make me like in zombie to my feelings? Like I can't get mad anymore without my brain going into overload. Nah, I'm okay. I love the person I've become. Honestly, if I were to revisit my past, say 5 years old, if I was 5 years old, and I were to look at myself at 36, I'm gonna go back to 35. Yeah. And that the 30-year anniversary, and I'll see myself, and I see that, man, you almost have the same build as my father. Wow, you look badass. That would be such an inspiring thing to see at 5, because I never thought like I could be like him. Like I never thought I could be like him. And the fact that like I have my mother's like insider slave intelligence is like, now not only am I a person that can work hard if needed, can be a guerrero if I need it, but I can also be a intelligent leader, and I love it, because people don't have to think I'm intelligent. Most intelligent leaders aren't intelligent to the public eye. Usually they're crazy. They're crazy. They're short. They're fat. They're weird. They're everything under the sun. But in the end, they're still leaders, and they're leaders for a reason, because they're able to bring a group of people to prominence, which I can't say if anybody in that camp. I can't, because it's just too much. It's too much responsibility as some of these parents, so-called grandparents of today, left behind for us parents. Like, you put a lot of responsibility on parents of today, and you put a lot of stress into them for no reason other than the fact that you've been through it yourself, and you don't want to see it any easier for your children. It's jealousy. Some of these parents are jealous of their children because they're actually are someone that they don't want them to be. Independent, non-dependable. Like, basically, they don't need people to depend on. They don't need people to rely on. A non-team player, someone that doesn't really like. I feel bad, but my interim daughter not wanting to really get involved with the finances of her mama grande. I get it. Like, it's hard keeping people alive, and then when you keep them alive, it's just a lot more money, and especially if they haven't taken care of themselves while preparing to die. Like nobody prepares like, oh, I'm broke, but making sure everything about you is situated. Every situation about you is fixed, and to be able to leave behind no problems besides burying a body or burning a body. No children should have to worry about land, property, value, money, products, property. I said that already. They shouldn't have to worry about all that. All they should worry about is where to put the body, how to burn the body, so forth. But too many times, like you can see these kids starting GoFundMe's because they ain't got the funds to take care of their parent. You see, too many times you see these kids fighting. When I say kids, I mean adults. They fighting over shit left behind. Oh my! Well, he said I should have it. No, she said I should have it. It's also a problem if like you need to find that long lost child that needs to be a part of a signature because I'm gonna leave everybody my possessions. And usually when that happens and you have to sit there and find that person, it's usually hard to like just release shit just because like the person's not gonna show up, because then they can show up eventually and be like, yeah, I never forfeit anything. Where's my piece? And then it can become a messy court case. It's ugly. Like people, family. Like it's funny. I'm sitting there like watching this novella. Not now, but when I'm with my woman, I watch this novella. I seen this family change so many fucking times. Oh yeah, the familia. But then like that familia is only really connected through marriage between two people, a father and a son, respectively, to the sister of the gangster. And then everybody else is basically like associate. They're association. They're associated through friendship or partnership or whatever. And then like, oh yeah, my child is adopted by this person because I died, and it's just like, by the end of it, the so-called familia has so many friends, associates, and so many outsiders that just kind of newcomers that just kind of join the family. That in the end, the family isn't even as organic as it originally was. It's chopped up and replaced and glued and stuff. And so you don't have to keep your family like if you don't want to. Like some people just keep it for the sake of their children, and sometimes their children don't even care. They don't care. Like you see some families here, yeah, sure, but people have way too many problems to deal with family shit. I noticed that. Way too many problems, and so why deal with family shit and you just deal with your own problems? Eventually, family shit problems will fix itself. Fix itself because the less you think about it as a family, the more it just becomes less of a problem. And then when it becomes more of a problem to somebody else, eventually it'll just finish itself to sleep. And then now you don't have any family problems. Everybody's just disintegrated and just did their own thing. The less problems you carry, the better you feel. That's all I gotta say. I carry one problem in my life, and I'm dealing with that. Now I got these minor issues, but they're not real problems. It's just issues that, like, they'll just get handled later or tomorrow. Easy. Yeah, it's gonna be weird, or it's gonna be hard or tough. But I'm gonna hear the sound of the rain. But yeah, like. Oh, it smells so good in here. So Rico. Oh, listen to the sound of the rain. Listen to the sound of the rain. Rain on me. Oh, man. Oh. Oh. What's crazy is that, like, I already knew that eventually days like this was gonna happen. But I will want something like this to happen if once I pass down the knowledge and teachings and stuff, and I'm just gonna explain, like, look, I know how they are. I know how they're gonna do. But I just want you to know, you don't have to. They're not your problems. They're gonna make it your problems, but they're not your problems. They're incorporating them into your problems because they need someone stronger to solve it. And they're not strong enough to solve those problems. So they utilize you. And that's why they throw their problems at you. Me, I don't have no problem. Yeah, I got some issues on the side, but as long as I know, I'm not going to make them your problems because that's not fair to you. You know, you're sitting there, you're coming up, and you got to pay a car that you've never driven or you've never been in. You got to pay for it. Or you got to pay for this or that. I'll take care of it. Take it when I get a chance. You know, that's how we handle problems. But I don't get it. People just like to hoard. They like to hoard problems, debt, families, women. And they hoard, and they hoard, and they hoard. And then it becomes a problem for the children later on when they grow up. Because they're not children anymore, they're adults. And as adults, now you gotta take care of all these people's problems because they couldn't find it in them to take care of their problems, and now they made their problems your problems. And that's not fair. That's what I'm trying to basically say to my woman, look, we can start a business. It can be small, and then we can work it into a building. I don't have to make no money. I just have to make the company money. You can make money. This is your terrain. We have something, and then by the time they grow up, they can grow into it. And then when we don't need the business no more, because we don't, as long as I'm around, you can pass that business down. And now they can make money. And then if they want to pass their business along, they can too. Why? Because it's a family business. And it's easier to pass a family business around as you can look. Because even if the family don't want the business, you can sell the business. And especially if it's hot, yeah, you can sell the business. And they can franchise it. They can change the ingredients, whatever. I don't know. I don't care. How you handle it is how you handle it. And then people complain, oh, and then they want to comment on Twitter. You want me to comment on Twitter? Sure. Yeah, they shouldn't have changed the ingredients. I agree. But, I understand why they did it. They want to be new and improved. Sometimes you got to give the fans what you want. Just a little bit. And if they want to go back to my original recipe, cool. If they don't, not a big deal. It's their business now. That's the beauty of it. But they don't understand that. They fail doing whatever business that they did. They don't want to do it no more. Why? Because they don't want to spend the money. It's okay. I'm spending the money. But I'm spending the money and I'm keeping those cats away from the food. Why? Because those cats are savage. So I gotta get savage back. I ain't gonna let no cat steal my product. Fuck you. You're a cat. Eat this dog food, bitch. That's how I feel. But But yeah, I gotta get something going, man. I need to start my own pancake house or something. And call it Ellen's. Like, hey, remember when you used to like pancakes? I miss you so much. I made you your own restaurant, and it actually sells. It's great. But I'll see how much time I'm doing. Ooh, an hour. That's a great time, and I can send it to YouTube. So I'm going to sit down. I'm going to wrap this up one more time, because I know I wrapped it up before. But I'm going to wrap this up one more time. Sitting down, thanking everybody for viewing this earlier. I mean, not early, but later. And I want to thank those that kind of look into me, whether I like you or not. Thank you. Why? Because thank you. Damn, you know, damn, that really makes me miss Battlefield, but I can wait on that. But what I can't wait on is this video. So I'm gonna wrap this up. Thanks for joining me. I'm gonna holler at y'all probably tomorrow with I don't know what topic, whatever topic comes to mind, because it's all practice. I still need more practice, but anyways, catch you on the YouTube. Toodaloo.